Everyone just wait for 1 minute. We'll start. In the meantime, let me share my screen. I hope everybody able to receive the three notes. Anybody else here who not received the note yet? Anybody here who haven't received the notes yet? We send the notes for all the three sessions we did. Anyone here not received the notes? Please let me know. Are you all good? Everyone receive the notes? You guys read the notes at least. Anyone say yes or no?
Yes. Received.
Yes.
Receive the notes. Okay, so one thing I just want to tell everyone to please try to read the notes when you receive it because notes are very helpful. See, I'm giving the recordings as well, but recordings will take time. Suppose after 2 months, when you have all the sessions related to the SQL, to the PL SQL, performance tuning, procedures, functions, triggers, views, materialize views, everything will be covered. At that time, if you want to go for interview and you want to revise, it will take a lot of time if you start watching videos. In that situation, that notes will be helpful a lot. Suppose in that notes, if a particular thing you have missing, so for that thing you can open the note videos. Because videos are time consuming. That is the reason whatever we are discussing in the class, I just took the copy paste and give it to all of you. So I'm expecting everyone to please go through the notes, right? Let's see the people are joining. Just give me 1 more minute. And everyone, when today is the last session, okay, the next session when we're starting, maybe in this middle of this week, I will let you know after today's class. So the people who interested and who send me the confirmation they want to continue, one will create a separate group for B29, and only those people will receive notes and the videos and access. Okay. So Niket, I think you pinged me the email ID. Your email ID, I have it. I think so. Let me repeat your email ID. If I have it, the same email, Niket Mudgali Outlook, right? So you will receive it. Don't worry. So you will get that one. I'm just expecting everyone is able to hear my words, everything, everybody able to hear me clearly, all able to see the screen clearly.
Yes.
Okay. I hope everyone has created the account now on the Live SQL. Live SQL is a free environment. For this is you do not have to download any software. If you still you want, you can download from the Oracle's website or Microsoft SQL Server website. It's your wish. But it is better that don't need to waste your time if you haven't downloaded yet, because in any company you go and try to work, you receive the software already installed in your laptop. So focus on learning concept. Nobody will ask you. You don't need to install laptop, right? Install any software. So up to you. If you want, you can do. Otherwise, you can go to Live SQL. You're able to see this. Everything is here. Live SQL. If I am in my notes number one, in notes number one, I gave you one access that the URL how to create account on Live SQL. If you guys receive here to my note, let me go to here. Do you all able to see my screen? So we have so many SQL groups. Maybe you part of any one of group. I hope so. And we discuss that what we learned in the first three sessions. First three session, whatever we are discussing in the class, we learn few things. What we learn? Session number one. Session number one, we learn that what our session is, how we are proceeding, which type of notes I am giving. If anybody miss it, please go to the recording and see. The recording which mention which type of notes we are coming. Each and every notes will be there. What exactly we are discussing in the class, we are just copy paste. Because in the live SQL, we have a facility. Let's see this here. Here, if I go to the my session, go to the previous session. So whatever we discuss here, I just open that session. Suppose for example, I can just copy paste and give it to you. This is what I'm doing in each and every my class. Whatever I discuss, I take a print screen and print into the class. The benefit is that whenever you revise, you just may remember, yes, this is the example Vishal given in the class. That is the benefit I'm doing like this. So we discuss what the class is, which type of topic we are discussing, what is our schedule. Schedule is 4 days in a week, 2 days coming to the weekends. That should be Saturday and Sunday. For India, it will be 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. evening time. For US, This time will be 7:30 morning to 9 a.m. EST. That is the time we're discussing. We are going to total around 2.5 months, right? We are discussing each and every topic. If anyone is still confusion, you all can ping me into the group how the topics looks like. This is how the topics will be there. Suppose I go, I'm just waiting one more time to show you. Suppose B28, I'm talking about session, any session, suppose 52. So that is how the session we're discussing. Each and every notes will be given here. Exactly the same concept. In any session, I can just go and see B28. You have to go to B27. Any class, any chapter, you all will receive the same like B29, B30. How to save exceptions. I discuss the class, everything will be there. The example I discuss in the class, I copy paste, take a screenshot, give the example into the notes. So next time you just open the notes and read it. In these examples, maybe you can find little bit of grammatical mistake or maybe spelling mistake. But I will try to deliver whatever you discuss in the class, same thing will deliver into the notes. That is what our whole motto was, right? So that when you open the notes, you are able to understand what we are discussing, how it is happening, which type of answer we have to give. So everything will be there into the notes as we are discussing. See this here. Same notes will provide everybody will get. We discuss, then we start the session. There is no demo because we started the session. We thought that demo is just waste of time. If you want, because if I want, I can take any tough topic which people can think maybe Vishal is teaching very good. I can take performance tuning. I can take any procedure functions or PL SQL or any tough SQL session, but I want to build your concept. This concept will help you to solve all the problems. Do not memorize anything from PDF or any channel because the interviewer will got within 30 seconds when you start speaking, right? That you are coming from Google or you actually have knowledge. So please start for making concept, start from scratch. Class number 1 to class number 10. My speed little, class number 8 almost. My speed little bit fast because go with the basic concept and conceptual level questions. So it's a theoretical most, so it will speed will be a little bit fast. But class number 9, when I start with the SQL writing, my speed will be slow and I will help you a lot. We are discussing multiple scenarios and question every day into the group and learn how to write SQL. We will learn when the SQL comes in front of you. If you guys follow me on LinkedIn, you saw that multiple questions I am posting onto the LinkedIn. For example, last study I've discussed this question. Somebody posted this question. You have given a table containing data on Amazon customer with their spending. Whenever you read this question, it automatically comes in your mind which function I have to apply. So we are discussing in the class how to write SQL, how to write group by, how to write aggregate function, how to write analytical function. I'm not teaching you syntax. Syntax, you don't need it. Everybody knows about it. Or I will let you know what I am focusing on. When you see this question, it comes in your mind. Okay, see, I wrote it here. You see this question, experience level 3 to 7, each category. This is how you have to, we are going to learn our class. You saw the question, read the SQL, it is written each category. As soon as you heard the word each and every, it means group by. So it is group by category. Top two highest, it is written to the question. Identify the top two. When it is written two other than first and last means analytical. There are three options. Because analytical will use group by, so group by will change to partition by. So that is what we are going to learn in each class, that how to write SQL, how to make translation. Read the question, translate into English, English to SQL. That is our whole motto was. Okay. We learn, you all have every day receive notes. The two, three people not receive, I will send it. We started the session what types of table, index, organize, organize. We discuss about the DDL and DML statements. In DDL and DML, there are multiple scenario based questions we discuss. If you guys remember the class, multiple people, even senior experienced people, that did that mistake, that when my DDL failed, then what happened? This question is very popular, that if the DDL fail, that time what happened with the DML? These questions come into the interview a lot. I hope you all have already faced this type of question to the interviews. Second day we learn. Second day were the very good. If anybody missed the second day class, please go and open the video. Just go and listen the video from second session. Either your experience is 1 year or 20 year. You all will get 1 to 2 questions from this class. That what type of scenario based question is coming when we have to delete millions of data. What is HWM? How to answer delete and truncate? Right? Why truncate is faster? What is redo log buffer? How data need to delete it? Which scenario we have to maintain in the office? Discuss class number 2. When I move to class number 3, and it means the study class, what I discuss in the study class, we discuss about the concept of surrogate key. We learn the concept of surrogacy. We learn that why even the table has the data, but still we creating surrogate key. We learn the concept of super key, candidate key, surrogate key, primary key, alternate key, unique key. So how can we make distinguish in all these keys? Everybody know, most of the people did the mistake that only primary key used to uniquely identify. Whenever I say key, it means they are used to uniquely identify the data. Either it is a surrogate key, or it is a candidate key, or it is a primary key, or it is a unique key. Whenever I say key, it means it can open the lock. That is what we discuss. We discuss that why only one primary key allowed. Everybody knows one primary key. Can we create two primary key? Answer will be no. Everybody knows it. But how to answer, we'll discuss in the class. Guys, you know that how to can we create two primary key? We discuss into the class. Everybody there?
Yes.
Anybody can let me know
Yes,
you
yes.
receive the
Yes.
discussion.
Yes.
Even after the class, if you open it here, B29 session 3, I discuss into the class. This is what the notes everybody receive yesterday with examples, right? We discuss about this scenario based question. This question come a lot into the interviews. Can we create two primary key? We discuss. Yeah. Why not two primary? Can I create two primary key in the table? That is how you have to answer. It's not like no. Only no, everybody knows. But how to answer and crack the interview and secure offer letter, that we discuss into the class. So I hope everybody has it. So let's start the today's session. In the continuing with that, after the session, I will send you the notes, everybody, to let us know how to prepare. So this, all good. So let's start. Anybody, any question before I start? Anybody, any question before I start of all the three
Uh,
sessions?
yeah, Vishal sir,
Yes,
Amit here. Yeah. So I
yes.
have a one question. Uh,
Mhm.
will we cover the all topics in this course as according to not only for Oracle, all RDBMS, you will be compare whatever is the differences between,
Yes,
suppose that
yes.
index organized table is in the Oracle, but the cluster table is in the concept in the SQL
Yes,
Server. So we
if
like
you
this.
open my if you open the notes of my class number 1, I mentioned that part, right? Because I haven't discussed in the class number 1 notes. Let me show you if you haven't read it yet. Class number 1. When I discuss here the IoT index organized table concept, I discuss about index organized table. Then I wrote it here. Let me show you.
Yeah, I have seen that. So
SQL Server
all,
specific definition and
yeah.
cluster index, because index topic we learn index in upcoming classes. So when we learn
Mm,
index, I let you know that how cluster index behave, right, Amit?
okay.
And second thing is
Yeah.
what, that whenever you go for interview, never say yourself that you are working on Oracle, or you are working on SQL Server, or you are working on MySQL. You are a database person and you can work on any RDBMS. RDBMS concept is same everywhere. And even if any interview is based on suppose Oracle, or suppose Microsoft SQL Server, or suppose MySQL, every interviewer will entertain you for sure. It will never
Oh,
possible that you can say that I work on SQL Server and there is an opening for written Oracle, so they will not consider your resume. They ask the same question, same resume, same concept. Everything will work. So that will work. So focus on learning concept. So that will.
okay.
Okay.
And PostgreSQL and Snowflake queries also be a same.
Yes, queries concept is all same. Snowflake is more focused on data warehousing concept. For the Snowflake, we have it running a separate session just purely based on Snowflake. That is 6 week session we are learning. We are running only for Snowflake. We already have 4 batches. Snowflake 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 batches we already completed. After the session, you all will receive, you can see the my Google Drive. You all receive a folder like this: B26 session, B27 session, B28 session, see Python, Snowflake 4.0, Snowflake 3.0, Python, Unix, Snowflake 2.0. Same way, I will create a folder, batch 29 sessions. On that batch 29 session, you all will receive all the access. Just like if I go here, batch 28. In this batch 28, if I'm opening, all will get see all the videos will be here. All 60 videos will be here in batch 28, right? And then what you get?
Mm.
The notes everybody will receive. In the same like batch 29 session folder will be created and everybody will receive the notes. That is what will happen. Got it?
Okay,
Anybody else have
got
any
it.
question before I start?
Sir,
I
hello.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, hi
Adil.
sir, Adil here. Actually, sir,
Yes, Adil.
session 3 I didn't join due to some reasons. So can I see the any video? Can you
I,
please share
I
the
don't know
video?
why you guys ask this question. I really don't know. If you open, if you are, if, which group you are in?
Learn, learn, grow, and sequel only.
Learn SQL and grow, right? Let me open
Yes.
this your group, your group. Learn SQL and grow. We will discuss all these type of questions.
Mm-hmm.
When you see this question, for example, how it comes, which function need to apply, that is what we are learning. Whenever you this type, oh sorry, whenever you discuss this type of scenarios, right, you know automatically, okay, this is my input, this is my output. What function I have to use? It automatically comes in our mind. That is what we are going to discuss in our class. Let me see this. I'm going to learn SQL and grow.
No, no.
This is what
Actually,
we said.
what I'm saying is, I mean,
You
due
want
to some,
video?
yeah,
I
yeah,
will
yeah.
show
Why?
you
Because I
video.
missed the class yesterday due to
Yes, see this
festival.
here. See this here. Learn SQL and grow.
Mm-hmm.
Reminder, see this here. Google Meet, YouTube Live.
YouTube live.
If you open this YouTube channel, let me see, I'm
Okay.
opening in front of you. You see this here? My class number
Mm-hmm.
3 will be here. This is what class number 3 available. B29, session 3. Got it? So all session 1,
Yeah.
session
Okay.
2,
Thank
session
you.
3, and session 4. For all those 4 sessions, whenever I send any reminder notice, YouTube Live will be there. After today's class, I send you all the 4 videos to everybody. Right? If you go here,
Okay.
if you go to this media section, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, media's link and docs. If you go to link section, you can got all the links here. For all the link, all the session links will be there. They're also available. Docs, media, everything will be there. So you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Everything available.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes, Yogesh, ask your
Hi,
question.
sir.
Yes. Yogesh, wait 1 second. Yogesh raised the hand. Yogesh, ask your question.
Yeah, hi, Vishal. Yes. Yes, whatever the things which we have been covering from last four sessions,
Hmm.
I definitely find it useful. However, I would like to understand whether we are covering any kind of assignments to by the end of the class. Are we giving any assignments to clear the understanding?
Yes.
Because
Oh,
ultimately, see, the goal is to clear the understanding and the use of particular topic
exactly.
while developing any complex query. So are we going to provide any topic wise assignments to the to the
Yes. So once
group?
again, Yogesh, I'm telling you the answer. I understand it. See, first the basic concept going to class number 1 to 7 and 8. So these are theoretical topics. Here you are not getting any assignment because we are not in school. I cannot give you homework. So these are the basic topics. We are not giving any assignment. But when the sequel start or the joins start from class number 8 or 9, I think the joins start, you are getting every day the link of the questions. And in the class, we are discussing the most of the time what happened. Our Saturday, Sunday, 1.5 hour class, we are discussing 2 to 3 questions live into the class. I will take a question, start solving this question to let you know the approach. So most of the time, it will happen in multiple of our classes. The whole 1.5 hour class will just win 3 questions or 4 questions, and the class time done. That is what we will do. And I also send each and every day whenever our SQL topic is going on, I'm sending you questions. Whenever PL SQL start, you guys, every PL SQL, whatever I do, I will send you the question list. Suppose, for example, I'm starting a topic, save exceptions, or maybe exception handling, or maybe procedures, or maybe function, whatever I'm starting, I will give everybody the list of questions which can be possibly asked from that topic. For example, let me show you. I have a group for non-IT people, non-IT, right? People are new. So whatever we are doing into the non-IT, for example, see, non-IT for less than 3 years, question number 1 to 8, Question 1 to 8, very, very important. See, this is a non-IT topic. I give a question. Difference function procedure. This question coming from function procedure topic. 16 question. Out of this section, I tell you for less than 3 and non-IT. Question number 1 to 8 is important. Question number 15 and 16 important. These are, it's okay for non-IT. Same way, every topic before you start, exception handling, these are the questions will come. You system define, user define. 18 question. Class,
And the solution or the explanation is already covered in the
in the
class.
class, yes, in the class. We are not discussing question answer, topic by topic, concept by concept. We are discussing everything. Right? For example, if you saw here, let me show you the exception handling. B28 exception handling. Let's show you. That is how it is in the class. Exception handling class number 31. For example, exception handling discussing start scenarios. That's type of writing. Here what happened. This is coming. What is these are the print screen from the class. Running the
Mhm.
code. That is what will happen. Now how we can handle it. How it happens. It is written here. I will try to explain these scenarios. That is, this statement gives this maybe might see this is what my handwriting I'm discussing in the class. It
That is
looks like a
something.
little bit messy, but if you come into the class, you understand each and every word. So don't worry. This statement gives two records, and we have one variable to hold. Cannot controller go to exception, but nothing to handle it. So what happened? These two values in one common. I wrote it here. How can we see this? Maybe you can find grammatical mistake here,
No,
but
no,
we
that
wrote
is
it what
something
we discussed in the
okay.
class, right? See this here. That is what you are expecting. So we're discussing each topic here. I'm not discussing question answer, question answer. Topic discussing here. After each topic, questions provided. For example, this is the scenario. That is how happened. That is how handle. This is what is happening. So each topic you are getting that part.
Okay, fine. Thanks.
Okay, Yogesh?
Yep.
Okay, Anil, you raise your hands. You ask a question, so I move forward for the class. Last question, Anil.
Hi, sir. Do you guide us through a project or directly will tell any questions and we will explain about that?
I will help you. Just like yesterday, we have session for resume and LinkedIn, right? So I will help you to create your profile, how to get a profile, and how to market yourself. For example, and if basically mainly in India, if suppose you have 5 6 year experience, right? And five experience doesn't suppose you just pass out. Maybe you don't have experience of database technology, you are
Yeah,
working some
I
other
have.
technology. Okay, I'm just giving an example. So you cannot go to the market and for searching Nilesh, I'm just muting you. You cannot go to the market and say that I am 2000 pass out, sorry, 2020 pass out, for example, and last 5 years I'm not doing anything, or I'm doing in a customer care, or I'm doing a non-IT job, and I just come from the course. I did a course, and I come from a job. You will not get any job into India. To be very frank, it will not happen.
Yeah.
So we will help you how to make your resume. Right, we'll just did a session on this Friday. If you see this, all my batch number 25, 26, 27, 28, list this year B26. See this, every batch we'll see this extra session, resume optimization session. We did it Friday evening. We did it. Do not miss this class. B26, B25, B24, B27. Everybody receive it. We help you how to project yourself. But end of the day, see, you have to prepare. You have to go for interview. It's you. You have to crack the interview. So we will help you. And my sessions are more than enough. All 100% questions. I am saying 99% question will coming only from the notes. Even scenario based
Interview.
question will coming only from the notes. You'll
Yeah.
not get any
Because
question here and
interviewer
there.
will mainly ask on what you did on the project, right? While doing interview.
So whatever project you did into the, suppose for example, how to make yourself, I will discuss in detail. Suppose for example, one person doing customer care, right? So how to project your this particular exam, this particular project into database, that we can help you, because there is no fake. When you go for a company interview, they will ask you the leaving letter or maybe what you are doing. So you have to tell this project only, because what you did. But we converted little bit of the touch of database SQL, so that you can present yourself that I am a SQL. Remember, I tell you in the first class, interview is all about a game of 60 minutes. First 5 minutes, tell me about yourself. So this tell me about yourself, you have to prepare yourself so that you can speak 5 minutes about you, your project, your roles and responsibility. You have to write it down on a copy and paper, memorize it, prepare it. so that you can speak there. That we'll discuss on it. Okay, let me start the session, guys. Okay, so
After
we are
getting
discussing
every test, do we get a video of that? After completing
sorry.
every after completing every session, do we get
This
videos to the
that
mail?
is what I show you here. This is here
Same like
B28, same like B29. A folder will be created. You get all these videos like this. See
after
them?
completing the course, all right?
Not course. After each session. Why course? Suppose
Okay, so
today
after
our session
completing
is complete, right? So today's session is free
yeah,
sessions. It is available on YouTube. But after that, I will create a folder here, class number 5. Go to the folder. After every session, the recording available here. You don't have to wait for 2.5 months. After every session, recording will be go. And after every session, you will receive the notes. Same, it's happening
I'll,
everywhere. Suppose Snowflake batch, happening everywhere. Same scenario. This, if you see this recording, B28, see this here. When this recording? This is May 29, May 30, May 29, May 21, May 20, May 19, May 18, May 17. Whenever you have the class done, recording go into the folder. Recording go in, not in the last, day by day. Class done, recording will you will go into the folder. Got it?
yeah, thank you.
So let's start the concept of foreign key. We are discussing the concept of foreign key. Foreign key is also called as a referential integrity. Both. Interviewer, see now tell me, at least 10 scenario based question will come. At least 10 scenario based questions will be possible just on the topic foreign key. So first we understand what exactly foreign key, why we need foreign key. We're learning it first. And I'm telling you, how many people know the definition of the foreign key, that foreign key of one table is primary key of another table. It is written everywhere. It's not wrong. It is written everywhere. How many people know the definition? If I open here W3 schools, let's see this here. W3 schools, the very famous website. If I open here, I go to search for the foreign key. Searching on Google. See this here. This is AI overview. This is Gemini AI. Foreign key of one table refers the primary key of another table. You can see that this definition is wrong. Even AI is saying, AI is what? It is just picking from some website. I will show you. When I create a foreign key, I will show you. This is a very important question asked in multiple interviews of all product-based company because they want to test your concept. So can I create a foreign key which is not referred to a primary key? And definition written on almost everywhere. A foreign key is referred to the primary key of another table. This is a wrong definition, guys. Right? I will show you. I will show you when I uh, discuss this example in the same class. Even W3 schools, same, very famous website. Millions of users of this. In US, almost all schools are given this access to their students to read. My kids are in high school, they're given that access to read. Foreign key of one table that refer to the primary key another table. That is completely wrong. I wrote an article on LinkedIn, even I tagged W3 schools with example, but they haven't took any action. I will show you in the class. Right? That these all are wrong examples. And people who actually go and just here, what I can say, prepare these examples and memorize these examples and go to the interview. Interviewer asks you the question at the time, then you know that what happened. Interviewer are not stupid. Everybody knows about it, how it works. So let's discuss first what is the foreign key. So am I right? Everybody know the same definition? Foreign key of one table, primary key of another table. How many of you
Yes.
know? How many of you know
Yes,
only this
sir.
definition?
Yes.
That is wrong. Okay. So I will show you in few minutes, right? And then we can see how to answer in the interview and which type of questions are coming into the interview for this. Okay, so let's start the concept of foreign key. Foreign key is sometimes called as a referential integrity. Foreign key means parent and child relation. Before going to that, let's give a real-time example. Okay, everybody, let's listen a real-time example. Most of us, we know many of our friends. Listen, please, example. That example make your concept clear of foreign key. Many of our friends, many of our relatives, many of our known people, we know who are husband and wife or they are living together, whatever, but they do not have child. We know that. Everybody knows somebody in the family, somebody in the friend circle, somebody in the known friends, somebody of your office colleague. They are husband and wife, they are married, but they do not have children. That is possible, very much possible. It's okay, it's very common, we know that. But if we are here in this world, me, you, my parents, your grandparents, if anybody is here in this world, it means we must have a parent. Agree? Yes or no? Do I
Yes,
want to
yes.
repeat? Right? We know many, it is possible there are two people who are husband and wife, but they do not have child. It is possible, no kids. Possible. But if I am here, I must have a parent. They both must have parents. This concept is basically a foreign key concept. Foreign key concept is saying parent and child relationship. Parent and child, foreign key is also called parent and child relation. If the data present in one table must present in other table. If I want to enforce this rule, if I want to enforce this criteria, so that criteria will be referenced or forced by foreign key. That's why it is called as a referential integrity. It helps us database to make their integrity consistency. We discuss about constant and all this thing maybe next class. Foreign key is a parent and child relationship. You all can give this type of example into the interview. Foreign key is a parent and child relationship. Just like there is a possibility there are two people that doesn't have a kid. It is possible, but if we are here, it means that we must have a parent. It means foreign key is saying same concept. If there is a child, just remember two lines and you can solve all scenario based question. So rule number one, if there is a child exist, there must be a parent exist. There are only two rules for foreign key. If you just know these two rules, you can solve all the questions. Many scenario based question will come on the foreign key. Scenario based question. See the first rule. Second, I will let you know. If there is a child exists, there must be a parent exists. That is what foreign key. Why we need foreign key? Does every table contains foreign key? Is it advisable to be create a foreign key? These are all the questions we are going to discuss to understand the concept. Why we need? Why we need FK? Foreign key sometimes called as a FK as well. Okay, so interviewer can use this word as two. FK he can say, referential integrity he can say, or foreign key he can say. Why we need FK? We need FK to establish the referential integrity. We need FK to establish referential integrity, to establish parent and child relation. Suppose if I have a scenario in my business means in the project where we are working. If there is a scenario in my project and I want that if data come to one table, it must present to other table. It means that I'm enforcing here the concept of foreign key. If I want to do that concept, we can do this concept using foreign key. That is what the concept of foreign key is saying. The data present in one table must present in other table. If the child exists, there must be a parent exists. Take an example. Suppose I have two tables. Okay. Suppose I have two tables. One table is called item table. Other table is called part table. Very easy example. Understand it? Item table and part table. Item table is saying all the items. A shopkeeper is selling the item table that contains all the item. Or just for example, suppose there are two shops. One is Samsung showroom. Other is Apple showroom. Apple showroom contains iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch, or maybe it contains some accessories which is used to connect to the Apple phone. Suppose if I want to a adapter specific or maybe iPad, if I want to buy iPad, I will go to Apple store. I cannot go to Samsung store because Samsung store contains the Samsung phones and series, not Apple. So when the entry come into the database, and if I want somebody to force this rule that if any data try to insert here, just stop that. So that rule is called foreign key. We can implement foreign key. For example, item and part table. I'm selling some items. Suppose I'm selling fan, I'm selling tube light, I'm selling cooler. My part table contains what type of part I am selling. Parts of fan, parts of tube light, parts of cooler. I am not selling AC as an item in my shop. If I'm not selling AC, it means the items of AC also I do not want into my shop. So if I want to enforce this rule that any data which is related to the part of AC, if I want to insert into part table, it will automatically stopped and ignored by the database and say that the parent is not present into the item table. That's why this data not come into this table. So this concept is called parent and child relationship of foreign integrity. Let's see one example. By example, you understand more better way. For this, I just save our time. So we create this. Where is it? I create this table so that our time will be saved. Let's see this here. I create a supplier table. In supplier table, I have three columns: supplier ID, supplier name, contact name. My supplier table created. I have a product table. Suppose contains product ID, product name. My product ID, product name, that is also created. Don't write. We haven't discussed not no, so remove it. Created. Table created. I'm inserting few record into supplier table. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 records I'm inserting into the supplier table. In product table, I'm inserting 2 records. What is the product table? Product ID 1. See this product table contains 2 columns. Product ID, supplier ID. So this is product ID, this is supplier ID. So product ID 1 is coming from supplier 1. Product ID 1 is coming from supplier 4. That is what the product table is saying. Insert the data. If suppose how the data is, select star from supplier. See the supplier table data. This is my supplier table data. Let me take the print screen. Supplier table data will let us know that this my supplier contains this type of values. This my supplier contains, this is my supplier, supplier ID, supplier name, contact name, something supplier related information is here. I go to the product table. Product table is saying product ID 1 is coming from supplier 1. Product ID 1 coming from supplier 1. This is the supplier. All supplier details, suppose contact info, address, price, location, everything mentioned in my table. Product ID 1 is also coming from supplier 4. I mean, this supplier is also giving me all the information. So I will get all the data. Suppose I'm inserting a record here. See guys, everyone. Insert into product. Product ID suppose 2 is coming from supplier 5. I try to insert this data into the table. My data inserted. I go to the product table. My product table say this is the record. The product ID 2 is coming from supplier 5. But does that supplier 5 actually exist into the system? See that, everyone. Supplier 5 exists? Tell me yes or no.
No, sir.
No. Supplier 5 not exist. So you don't think so that logically this data is incorrect? Logically, this data is incorrect. Are you guys okay with it or not? Do you understand it? That in my product table is saying that product 2 is coming from supplier 5, but actually supplier 5 is not exist into the system. But database has no problem. You want to insert a record, if your syntax is okay, means your grammar is okay, you are able to insert the data. And I can see the data into the table. But actually, suppose somebody wants to know the information of supplier ID 5, but supplier ID 5 not exist into the system. See that, everyone? Understand it?
Yes, sir.
Right? This data is wrong. This data is wrong. This row is wrong. So this is what referential integrity or foreign key come into the picture. That if I want to enforce a rule that data come into this table, before coming into this table, it always go and check, does this data present into supplier table, parent and child relationship. If it is exist, then only insert. Otherwise, don't insert. Let's see this. I'm writing it here. Let me first delete this record. Delete from products where product underscore ID is equal to, let me first delete it. Now I'm going to make a rule. How to create foreign key? I'm creating it here. Nobody will ask you how to create foreign key. Don't worry about it, but better to know is the easy syntax. But yes, know the concept. Question comes from concept. Alter table, table name. On which table I'm creating? Product table. I want to make a text. Alter table, table name, add constraint name. Take anything, fk underscore Vishal. Add constraint name. Then I'm writing here foreign key. Suppose on the column, supplier ID. I'm writing references to supplier table, supplier ID. Let's see what happened here. Understand this and let me run it first. Table alter. I am creating a constraint. How this constraint works? See this here. Alter table. Who is alter? That is child. Who is refer? That is parent. We remember that we always refer to our parents. Means who is referred? That is parent. And who is alter? That is child. So remember that concept, right? Child is altered, parent will be refer. What this syntax is showing, if you just read this syntax, it is written alter table product, means this product table, just go and alter it. Add a constant, name can be anything. I'm saying foreign key on this column, supplier ID column. In product table, there is supplier ID column. I'm creating a foreign key. It always refer to supplier table, supplier ID column. It means data comes in product table. Data comes in product table in the column supplier ID. This particular data must present into supplier table, supplier ID. Let's see this here. I created this. Now I'm going to insert this record. Insert into this. I'm running this. Let's see the error. Integrity constant violation. Parent not found. Whenever I try to insert this data, it gives me error. Parent not found means the parent is not present. If parent not present, then child not allowed. Remember the first rule of foreign key. If there is a child exists, there must be a parent exist. You want to insert the data into child table. You want to insert product is a child, because I make it alter table product. In product table, you want to insert a data. So because I created this foreign key, it means data comes into my product table, it must present into my supplier table. So when I try to insert this record, it go and check, does this data present into supplier table? He's checking. If it doesn't find, it give error parent not found, because this 5 is not present into supplier table. Guys, do you understand till here? Till here, anybody, any question? Till here?
No.
Yes, Preetham.
Sir, I have one question. Just now you have written alter statement, sir. In that add constraint after in that add
Yeah,
constraint
this
after
name
fk
can be
underscore
anything. This
means
name
that is
can
a
be anything.
constraint name or
Yes, constant name. Name
okay.
can be anything. I wrote FK underscore Vishal, you wrote it anything, doesn't matter.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
If I created it here, if I create a simple at the time of create table also, here I create a foreign key. I'll let you know in 2 minutes how to write it here. When I create a foreign key, a database will give his name by his own. Database assign a name. But when I am creating, I will give a name as per my preferences. So I just give FK underscore Vishal. So you anything you can write. That name doesn't matter. The matter is this concept. This line concept. Data present into the product table, it must present into supplier table. Here I can see number 5 is not present. So when I'm trying to insert, it give me error. Let me see this. Suppose I insert the data into supplier table. See this here. Let me insert data into the parent. Supplier, I'm inserting number 5. I inserted. Any data? Number 5 I'm inserted. Data insert into my number 5. Anybody is here? One second, Chandrakant. Data insert in number 5. Now I want to insert data into product table. Now see what happened. Now it inserted without any problem. One row inserted. Without any problem, data inserted. I want to go and check. Select star from products. See this here. Now my product table contains 5. Because now this data 5% into, so now it's try to insert the data and go and check, Does this 5 present into the parent? The answer will be yes, present. So data inserted. I want to insert, suppose record number 3 is coming from supplier 3. Is data inserted. See this here, 3 will be inserted. So when I'm saying record number 3, sorry, product number 7 is coming from supplier number 6. Supplier 6 not exist. It give me error. Parent key not found. Come on. Integrity constant violation, parent not found. This data will not insert into the system because it go and check. Does my parent exist? Not exist. So it will not insert the data into the child table because parent not exist. Because remember the rule, if there is a child exist, there must be a parent exist. Remember the example we discussed? If we are here in this world, it means we must have a parent. But it is possible that we can choose that I do not need kids. I can choose it. It is possible there is a data present in the parent table which will not exist anywhere into the child. That is completely okay. But if the child exists, data must present into the parent table. That is what I discussed. Okay, Chandrakant, ask your question.
Yeah, sir. How will we know which table is parent table and which table is child table? How will we
See this
decide?
definitely. See this. How you decide? That decide is the rule. Decide. You definitely your whenever you working in a project, you definitely get the information that they suppose I have a customer table and I suppose I have a order table, for example. You automatically know that order table contains customer data. So it is not possible that in you say there's a customer ID 12714. This customer ID make a order of $100, or basically this customer ID not exist into the customer table. It is not possible. There's no ghost customer. The customer must exist into the system. It means order and customer table as a parent and child relationship. Every data comes into the order. It must present into the customer table. So you know this information. Somebody will tell you. Whenever you're working in a project, your project manager, your client, or whoever try to give you work, they will let you know that these data come in this table, must run in this table. You know this business logic. That is the business rule. You know that. You automatically know that. So you don't have to worry about it. You must know the concept. What does it mean? It means if the data not present, my record will not insert, my procedure, function, package, whatever I wrote, or my program will be failed because of foreign key constant values. Most of the time, the people who are working in a support project and some jobs are running, and the jobs running, the job gives error, and you get this error into the log. So when if you know the concept of foreign key, if you see this error parent key not found, you automatically know that I am getting this error, my job failed because there is some data is coming which is present trying to insert into the table, but it is not present into the parent table. So because of that, I am getting this error, parent key not found. Okay, Printer Raj, ask your question.
Sir, same question only. How do we understand parent and the child table? I have one doubt in that. So if parent table consist of with primary key, so that we can take it as parent table.
No, it's not like this. I haven't discussed about anything about that primary key. There's no guarantee that if there is a primary key, then only it is a you consider this is a parent table. This product table contains its own primary key. What does it mean? This is one primary key. Primary key means what? Uniquely identify the data. If
Yeah.
I this table, if I create this as a primary key, so what does it mean? That in product table, every product ID cannot be repeated. That's it. Product ID 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That cannot be repeated and that is not null. That's it. Parent key means, primary key means uniquely identification of data. Data present into the product table. If I make product ID as a primary key, means it is not null and data not repeated. That is the meaning of primary key. It is nothing related that if it is a primary key, so I consider this is a parent. No, it is not possible. That there is no such rule. There is no such rule. Foreign key means what I'm saying. If I want, if I want to implement a rule, if I want to implement a rule that data present in this table must present in this table. So this is must. So I make this table as a parent and this become child because data inserting here. So if the data coming in a particular table depend upon other table, then it means that is a parent and child relationship. Got it?
Yes.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Let's come back to the next example. Suppose here to what is happening. A foreign key when you create, first of all, what is happening here? Let's go to this concept. Sorry. Yes. I try to insert 7,6, data not inserted. But if I insert 6 here into the parent table, suppose, then I try to insert the data present into the parent, then I try to insert data into the child, my child inserted. Now there is no problem. I want to go to product table, I can see 7,6%. So we know the rule how it works. That I understand it. If any data I try to insert and data not present into the child, it gives me error. So remember only one concept whenever you're solving this type of problem. The concept is, see, it is possible, 200% possible. There are two people living in this world. They does not have a child. We know many of our friends, many of our colleagues, many of our relatives. But if there is a child exists, me, you, your parents, anybody you can see in this world by your open eyes, if that person is here, exists in this world, it means you must have a parent. What does it mean? It means if there is a child exists, if there is a child exists, there must be a parent exist. That is the one rule. There are only two rules. First rule I discuss. By using this rule, you can solve multiple scenario-based questions we are discussing in few minutes. Multiple scenario-based question. If there is a child exists, there must be a parent exist. Let's go to the next question here. Understand till here? Suppose I want to insert here record 7. I say that whenever you want to, I'm saying that product ID 7 is coming from supplier 7. I am getting this error. Why I'm getting this error? Because it will go and check into my supplier table. Select star from supplier. I'm checking into my supplier table and I see, does this data 7 exist? That is how database will behave. It will try to insert this row. It go and check, does this 7 exist in the supplier? So I can say 7 not exist into the supplier. 7 not exist into the supplier, it will fail the data. First interview question scenario. Can I insert null into foreign key? And why it is allowed or why it is not allowed? First scenario question. Let me try to insert null. Who can answer me? Try anyone. Can I insert
Yeah.
null here?
Yeah,
Yes, we
foreign
can
key
insert
allow
C.
nulls.
Okay, Chandrakant is saying foreign key allow null. Chandrakant, tell me why. Because rule of foreign key is what? Data present into the child table must present into the parent table. That is the only rule, Chandrakant, correct? So now tell me, I'm inserting null.
Yes.
You are right, data inserted. Data inserted. Now you tell me why data inserted. I discussed in the last
Null
class.
value we can't compare with another value, right? That's why it is.
Yes, that is the reason. When I try to insert, what is happening? It is try to go and check this value null into supplier table. What is this null? This null is a supplier ID. See, try to insert null data in a supplier ID column. Foreign key is saying this null must present into supplier table. It go and try to compare. Does this null exist into supplier table? Null I cannot compare. Null is undefined unknown. Null is undefined unknown. Null equal to null is an invalid statement. Null is not equal to null is also invalid statement. We don't know null. So because of that, null I cannot compare. If the same row, I'm inserting 7,7. So at that time, it will go and check, does this 7 exist? My supplier table contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It compares 7 equal to 1, no. 7 equal to 2, no. 7 equal to 3, no. 4, no. 5, no. 6, no. Means I don't find 7 here. So it is not allowed to insert 7. But I'm inserting null. It tried to compare null equal to 1. I don't know. Null equal to 2. I don't know. So null will get a benefit of doubt. Null will get a benefit of doubt, and because of that, null is allowed into the foreign key. I can insert. Next question. Can I insert multiple nulls into the foreign keys? You can insert multiple null into the foreign key. because every null is unique. Whenever you try to insert another null, it again find, suppose I insert one more null, record number 8 coming from null, again inserted. Because null is undefined, unknown, I'm not able to compare, so null data insert into the foreign key column. Till here, any confusion, anyone? Ask your question. I'm waiting for 30 seconds. All good? Okay. Next question will go here. Can suppose I want to insert this record, that is product ID 8 coming from supplier 9. Actually, supplier 9 not exist into the system. So it gives error. So your manager told me or interviewer told me, can I insert it? You will say, no, sir, I cannot insert it because the rule of foreign key or rule of reference integrity is saying the data present in one table must present in other table. Here you are trying to insert 9 and 9 is not present into the supplier table, because of that data not inserted. He said, no, I want to insert this data. I want to insert this data into the system because there is some client says, or maybe because of this sprint requirement, you want to insert this data 9 into the table. What can you do? Now say this here. Why now 9 not inserted? 9 not inserted only because of this rule. If I do not have this rule, then there is no problem. 9 will insert into the table. But because of this rule, it will prevent the data to insert into the system. So if there is only two options, either you can drop this rule. So your interviewer will say, no, you cannot drop the constant. Then we can disable this rule. So if I go either I can write alter table, table name, drop constant, constant name, constant drop. Or I can disable this rule. I'm disabling it. Alter table, table name, disable constant, constant name. Means there is a rule and I just go and disable that rule. Disable means rule not work. Table alter. Now this rule is currently disabled. Then I want to insert this record, the record insert into the system. Select star from product. You can see 8 and 9. Come on. I can see 8 and 9 inserted. And actually this 9 is not present into the parent table, but is still inserted because my rule is disabled. I can insert another record. Suppose record number 11 is coming from suppose 10. Because rule is disabled, anything come and insert into the system. So he said, no, 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 I don't want it. I want to stop it. Just only one thing. So just like disable, I can go and try to enable the rule. Alter table, table name, enable constant, constant name. When I try to enable, it gives me error. Just like the example we discussed yesterday for the primary key, and we've used deferable no validate. Primary key is not able to enable. Same thing happening with foreign key. I try to insert this rule, it say cannot validate, parent key is not found. Why it is say cannot validate? Because once you try to go and create this or enable this rule, when I try to go and try to enable this rule, my this rule is saying data present into this table, this column must present into this table, this column. But actually my product table contains 2 records or 3 records, which is not present into supplier. So because data not present into the supplier, so because of that, the rule will not enable. Rule gives error that how can I enable it? The foreign key rule is saying data present in this table must present in other table, but actually now you try to enable that rule, and because of that rule, this data either record number 10 should go and insert into the main table or delete from here. Otherwise, I will not enable it. In this scenario, there is a answer will call enable no validate. They can ask you this question directly as well into the interview. What is enable no validate? When we write enable no validate, enable no validate, it means again same. Whatever I did in my past, please forgive me. From now onwards, I am very loyal to you. Please do not validate by any previous record. Let's see this here. Alter table, table name, enable no validate constant. Constant is no validate, means all your previous record which is inserted, that's okay. If I do some mistake into the past, no validate means do not check previous data. When we enable the constant with no validate option, this is straightforward question in the interview. Everyone remember what is no validate. Whenever we enable the constant with no validate, it will not check any old data, but the constant will work for next record. Again, suppose I want to insert record 11, 10. At that time, this constant will work and give me error. But whatever the previous record exists, that exists. Do not check any previous data, and this data comes into the picture. Till here, any confusion, anyone?
So Vishal, I have one doubt. Which is what is the column level constraint and table level constraint?
Column level, table level, there is constant means a rule. We are discussing constant tomorrow into the next class. Okay, there are total 5 type of constant. So Oracle say 5 types, SQL Server says 6 types. SQL Server say one default SQL Server considered as a constant, rest 5 is same in both of them. Constant is always applicable on the table level. There is, it means when on we are creating on a particular column, but it work for the whole table. So tomorrow in the next session, okay, not tomorrow, but we'll discuss the normal
महाराष्ट्र sounds bit इतना बदमाश हो गया
please mute. Anybody saying
छोड़ो जी
something? If not saying to me, please mute.
हाँ
So
So when discussing constant,
one of in an interviewer asked me like what is table level constraint and column level constraint.
so that is how you have to explain first constant. Discuss the same thing regarding into the class tomorrow. The constant topic will be the next topic, right? So I will discuss it. Constant is not about like a table, like a column. It will create on a column, but work on a table. Constant means rule. Constant means rule, that how rule will be implemented. There is no as such definition of table label and column label. It's all about the use case that I will discuss the constant class tomorrow. Right? What exactly this table label constant and sorry, column label constant. I will discuss in the class tomorrow. Don't worry. Okay. So let's come back to here into this topic. Go topic by topic. Don't random topic will pick. You automatically under the things will automatically comes. You don't have to memorize anything. It automatically understand it. Okay, this is how it works. When the constant topic we are finishing tomorrow, you automatically know, okay, that is what will happen. So no validate rule will happen. Now see one question here. Can we delete a record from a parent? Can we delete a record from a parent? Suppose this is my supplier table, this is my product table. See this here, everyone. Now, one more mistake people are doing at the time of interview. Select star from supplier. This is my supplier data. Question is delete from supplier, where supplier ID equal to 2. When this question comes into the interview, can I have 2 tables? Suppose table A, table B, that is interviewer ask. A is a parent, B is a child. Can I delete a data from parent? 100% people will say, no, sir, you cannot delete it. It will give you error. It will give you error that child found. You cannot delete the data. Listen it here. What foreign key is saying, if you say parent and child, it means you cannot delete the data if there is a child exists. See this record number 2, supplier ID equal to 2. This record I want to delete. Okay. Let me go and check into the product table. Do we have supplier ID 2 present here? Supplier ID column 2 not present. It means 2 is a parent who does not have child. If you does not have child, so you can go and watch the movie at 10 to 1. So you go and do a late night dinner. Who worry about you? You don't have to worry about you that tomorrow morning I have to send my kids to school. You don't have to worry about it. It's okay. You can do the party at late night. You do not have responsibility. So you exist into the parent table. You exist into the parent table, but actually you do not have child. So when you do not have child, you are free from the responsibility. So I cannot delete the data from a parent. I have 2 tables, A and B. You can say yes, you can delete the data without any issue if that record does not have any child. Say the data deleted, no problem at all. But if this is how the answer comes, that is how reason is, when you talk like this, interviewer will know that you understand the concept, that how exactly foreign key behave. But suppose I want to delete the record 1, say this here. At that time, it will give me error. Why this time give you error? Because remember the same concept. One rule we learn: if there is a child exists, there must be a parent exists. If I delete this record, supplier ID 1 record from supplier table, suppose if I delete it, So in product table, I have some record exist where supplier ID 1 is this is the supplier ID column. This is a parent. So when I delete that record from that table, so in product table, this row become orphan because parent is not there. So child become orphan, and orphan child we are not supporting. Orphan child not allowed. Orphan child not allowed. So you cannot delete a data from a parent if there is a child exists. So in this scenario, there is a child exists for supplier equal to 1. In that scenario, if I want to delete, you cannot delete the data. Till here, any confusion? Everybody is okay?
Yes, sir.
Now listen two scenario based question here. Both question comes in multiple companies, Capgemini, Cognizant, TCS, Tech Mahindra, Infosys, all service companies, based company mostly. This question comes a lot. Question is, how can we delete data from multiple tables from one delete query? I write one delete statement, whatever, something. Forget about my grammar and English, focus on the question. How can we delete data from multiple tables from one delete statement? I'm writing one delete statement and I want to delete data from multiple tables. How is it possible? If both table has a parent and child relationship, and if I want to delete data here from a parent, data automatically delete from the child as well. खानदान ही खत्म कर दो उसका. If I want इसका खानदान खत्म कर देना है, if I want the whole data should be deleted, in this scenario I am not able to delete it because it gives me error that you cannot delete one from supplier table because child found. There is child exists. In supplier table I can see I cannot delete the data. One, I cannot delete it. But if I create the foreign key by using on delete cascade option, there's an option called on delete cascade. Interview would actually ask you what is on delete cascade as well. Okay. But suppose let me create this alter table name. Let me first drop the constant, drop constant, drop constant name, fk underscore vishal. Constant drop. Okay. Let me see. I'm getting a constant. Alter table name, add constant name, constant name, foreign key on where? Product foreign key on supplier ID column. That is what the foreign key I'm creating, right? References, REFERENCS references to supplier table, supplier ID column. That is a normal foreign key creation syntax. Alter table name, add constant name, foreign key, supplier ID, references to the supplier table, supplier ID. It means data present into the product table supplier ID column, it must present into the supplier ID column. In the last, I'm just going to write on delete cascade. If I wrote on delete cascade, it means what happened? Let's see this here. Oh, there is some record exist for this. Let me read. You know the error cannot validate because I'm trying to create a foreign key here. I'm trying to create a foreign key, and that data, there are some data present into the product table which is not present into the primary table. That's why it gives error. Let me insert. There are suppose some supplier ID 9 and 10 is coming here, which I show you for the no validate. Let me insert 9 and 10 into the supplier table first, so that this should validate. Insert into supplier values. Suppose inserting 9, comma, anything. Just insert 9 inserted. 10 also I want to insert. 10, both it inserted. Now I want to create my foreign key with the option on delete cascade. I wrote this option on delete cascade. Come on, it's created. Yes. On delete option will be created here. Now I go and delete the record from supplier table. See this before deleting the record. Let's see the product table. Product table contains the data. Come on, man. Product table contains this data. 1 and 1. See this here. I go and delete the data from supplier. It is showing one row deleted, but actually data deleted from the child as well. Go to the product table. See this 1 and 1 is gone. So what is on delete cascade? I wrote only one delete statement, but it deleted the data from the this table and the product table, both the table. I delete data from the parent and data from the child is also deleted. That is the concept of called on delete cascade. On delete cascade will read the data if it is needed. If I am deleting a data from a parent, the data delete from the child as well. That concept is called on delete cascade concept. You got it till here? Everyone is okay? What is on delete cascade?
Yes, sir.
Two scenario-based question. Yes, just tell me quick. Any question on delete cascade? Anybody? Okay. Now see this. Until I ask a question, I do not want to delete. For example, suppose I have two tables. I have a suppose product table. Suppose I have a supplier table. See this here, this information. I have a supplier table that contains supplier ID, supplier name, right? For example, so supplier information, whatever, supplier contact info. I have a product table. Product table contains multiple information. See this scenario, like product ID, product name, product specification, right? Suppose product quantity, suppose product quality, suppose multiple other information about product table is here into the product table. These both tables are connected to each other via parent and child. This is parent, this is child. I wrote on delete cascade. I created foreign key with on delete cascade option. On delete cascade means data delete from the parent, it automatically delete from the child as well. Suppose if here I'm trying to delete supplier ID 3, and supplier ID 3 is basically for products. Suppose there are two products, product ID 7, product ID 9. These two products coming from supplier 3. There are product information present here, product specification, product quantity, product quality, product price, multiple other data, other information about the product will be there into the table. But because of on delete cascade, if I delete this data, it automatically go and delete these two rows from the table. Agree, understand everyone? These two data will be gone. Understand, because of on delete cascade that will happen. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? But
Yes.
suppose I do not want it. I do not want it because because of this data, why should I waste my this information? Product specification, product suppose quantity, product quality, product price, product is other information related to product. Why should I want to miss it? I do not want to read the data from the child. So I can write on delete set null. On delete set null is an option. Let me show you here. I'm writing same thing. Let me first drop this constant. I'm writing alter table name. In the last, I'm writing on delete set null. Other than cascade, I'm writing on delete set null. When I'm writing on delete set null, let's see what happened. Created. Now I want to go to supplier table. See this here, supplier table first. Suppose I want to delete this supplier number 3. This I want to delete. This row will be gone from supplier. But this supplier 3 will be present into the product table. Here, present into this information. With product ID 3, supplier 3 is coming. See, there's a product ID, supplier ID. This supplier ID 3 I want to delete. If I wrote on delete cascade, this whole row is gone. Now I wrote on delete set null. See what happened? I'm deleting supplier ID 4. Deleting from supplier ID 3. One row deleted. From my supplier table, if I see, supplier ID 3 will be gone. Go to product table. Supplier product 3, supplier ID 3 set to null. It means rest all data not deleted. Only supplier ID column, now supplier 3 not exist. So this data become null. That's it. That will happen because of on delete set null. Got it till here? Everyone? Got it, everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So just one last question. That question from the Uber interview question. Discussing just one question, it comes into the Uber. Let's see this question only. This question presented into the lead code, with question comes into the Uber. See this question, everyone. Interview question. Create table tab 1. People only memorizing definition of foreign key. See, so many questions of foreign key come into the interview. Even I remember I tell you one thing here, everyone. This thing, I don't think so that we get a time today, but I will definitely discuss in the next class. We discuss this question today, right? What is it? Foreign key. If you go to Google, write foreign key. The Gemini, AI Gemini, he is saying foreign key of one table refers to primary key. But this is completely wrong statement. I didn't get a time today, but next class I will discuss this. Not only AI saying W3 schools. Even I wrote an article on the LinkedIn and I, tagged W3 schools, but they haven't do anything. This all is wrong. It cannot refer to a primary key always. I will discuss that scenario into the next class. Okay, for the foreign key. Let's come back here. See this scenario based question. Create table tab 1 with one column C as a primary key. Create table tab 2 with one column C as a primary key. Create foreign key tab 1C refer to tab 2C. Create foreign key tab 2C refer to tab 1C. I have two tables created. In these two tables, what you have to do? First, create two tables with one column, primary key in both the columns. This table refer to this table and this table refer to this table. Now insert this data. That is what I'm saying. Let me try to do in front of you. This question asked into the interview of, I think, Meta or Uber somewhere. Don't remember exact, but somewhere in the product-based company, this question will ask. Let's see this here. I'm getting in front of you. Let's see why this question comes into this product-based companies. I'm getting the table. Create table tab 1. That is what they're saying. Create table tab 1, C as a primary key. Okay. So I'm writing column C as a varchar 2. Take anything, suppose 5. They're saying primary key. That's it. That is what it is saying. Table 1. I created it here. Primary key. Get answered. Created. One more table is here. Create one more table with tab 2. Last question, guys. That is last question today. T. Primary key. Table created. Now is saying table 1 refer to table 2. Table 2 refer to table 1. Let me create. Alter table 1. Add constraint 1. Foreign key on column C, REFERENC references to table 2, column C. I created first, done. Next table, alter table 2, add constant name, foreign key this, references to table 1. That is whatever he say, I inserted. I created the scenario, exactly the same thing. This is what he said. Create table 1 with one column C. Create table 2 with one column C. Create foreign key on table 1. Add constant, add foreign key on table 1 referring to table 2. Create foreign key on table 2 referring on table 1. I created. Now I want to insert this data ABC. Okay. Now let's try to insert the data. Inserting ABC. Let's try to insert. Insert into tab 1. Values. When I try to insert this data, let's see what happens. It gives error. Because I try to insert the data into tab 1. Because of the rule of foreign key, what it is saying, data present into the tab 1 table, it must present into the tab 2 table. Correct, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Agree? Data present into this table must present into that table. That is what the rule is saying. I try to insert A, it gives error. That A you cannot insert because parent not found. This A not exist into table 2. Okay. Then let me insert into table 2 first. Same error. When I try to insert into table 2, it gives me error again because the data not present into the table 1. Are you getting my point? That is what is happening in the scenario. Listen, see the scenario. These type of questions will come into the interview. Say this. I created two tables. I created the foreign keys. When I try to insert into table 1, it gives me error that this data not put into table 2. So when I came to table 2, this again gives me error, the data not put into table 1. I stuck. Guys, are you getting that? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's why this question comes into the Meta or Uber interviews. Right? This question present into the lead code. If you see this, which mentioned that one. So how to solve this problem? When we discuss about primary key last class, I discussed about the concept of deferable constant, right? Deferable constant comes into the picture here. Deferable means postpone. If you see this English word deferable, let's go to here. Deferable meaning in English. Database is pure English. Deferable means capable of being postponed or delayed until a later time. If I want to delay something, if you want to postpone something, so deferable is a word for it. English word. Database is pure English. 50% of your database done if you just know the English, right? So here we are going to learn the concept deferable constant. Deferable constant is come with a deferable clause. There are two types of deferable constant. Number one, deferable deferable initially immediate, and number two, deferable initially initially deferred, initially TIA, initially deferred. These two types of constant. Every constant comes with two options: deferable, initially immediate, that is your default option. You write or not write, but all constants are initially immediate. It means immediately they start applying. Means any data come and try to insert here. When I create it here, it basically this is initially immediate. It means the rule start. Whenever data comes into this table, must put into another table. That is what initially immediate is saying. But once we get an option deferable, initially deferred, it means the constant will add the data. It will check when at the time of commit or at the time of transaction completed, that it then it will go and validate the record that is happening or not happening. Let me see this again. What I'm going to do, let me drop these two constants. Alter table, table one, drop constant, constant one. I drop one constant. Let me create another one. Alter table, table two, drop constant, tab two. I'm dropping both constant. And then I'm creating the same thing, same constant here. When I'm going to create in the last slide, I'm writing here deferable, initially deferred. In the last, just go right here, deferable, initially deferred. What does it mean? Means if somebody wants to insert the data, you can insert as it is what they want. Check later. See this here. ABC, ABC you want to insert? Let me insert ABC, ABC. See this here. Table 1, A, B, C. Table 2, A, B, and C. Now I try to insert. Let's see what happened. Table 2, table 2. Let's see. Data insert into the system. Now, if I go and check data into the tables, my both table the data exactly what they want. So let's start from tab 1. It contains ABC. That is what they are expecting into the interview. It happens. That achieved via deferable, initially deferred. So deferable constant means that I will postpone my check. Constant we are discussing in the next class. There is no what constant means. Constant is a rule. So constant is a rule is to make it available that it will not work until this concept comes. So deferable, initially deferred means I will postpone that until the next check. Deferable is only available with Oracle. Deferable is not working with Microsoft SQL Server. So deferable concept is saying that any check which is coming, I will postpone it till we are going to do the session commit. If I'm at the time of commit, data must present in both the tables. But in case of initially immediate, it will check each and every time. So that's it, guys, for today. Ask your question if anybody has any question, or I will send the notes after the class. Today is the last session to all of you. For the people who are interested to join B29, just let me know. I will create a new group. I will send a mail forward to all of you. Don't send me any reply. I will create a new group and I will add my next notes and videos only go for the people who are interested for B29 because I do not want to spam your mailboxes. Okay. So thank you so much. Okay, guys. So anything else or we are good to go? I will send the notes in few minutes. Okay. Thank you.
Uh, uh,
And I will send the information about the registration. Yes, Yogesh, tell me.
so Vishal, last question might be editing for you. So the schedule will be the same, right? 2 days on weekend and 2 days
Yes,
on the
schedule will be
weekdays.
same exactly 4 days, 4 days total, right? Because I don't want to give a lot of gap. I want everybody should be keep learning. Otherwise, weekend session we are not very much, we are busy here and there. So our timing will be 90 minutes on Saturday, Sunday, 60 minutes on Tuesday and Thursday for India, and Monday and Wednesday night for US. So that is how we are discussing. Total 4 days. I will send everything again into the mail. Notes everybody will get. Video everybody will get. Okay. And I will send a mail how to register. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Niket, ask your question if you have. Niket, you raise hands. Okay.
Sorry,
Adil, ask your question.
I was speaking on mute. I was just asking, when will the B29 batch be starting? Will it be this Tuesday, Wednesday, or the next Tuesday, Wednesday?
B29 started already. The session we are covering, I'm not going to repeat it.
Yes.
If anyone has a problem, we are discussing one-to-one. But in the class, I will in the class this topic done. We are in the B29. I'm
Oh,
giving the free session from the last 6 7 hours to all of you know about the content, the teaching style, what type of method we are using, what type of questions we are doing. This is what we are discussing in each and every class. My next session supposed to be will be on Tuesday morning for India, but because of the registration can take 2 to 3 times, maybe to start on Thursday morning. So Thursday morning or Wednesday night is the actual session, which is only for the people who registered for B29, not for everybody.
sure.
Okay. So and I will send the notes today even the information to the email that how to get registered.
Sure, sure.
Got it?
Thank,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Adil, you
Thank-
have question? You raise hands.
हाँ सर, एक्चुअली सर डिलीट के बारे में पूछना था। अब
पूछो.
मेरे को एग्जांपल है कि मेरे को नहीं अब मतलब डेटा डिलीट करना है, तो मैं फॉरेन की ड्रॉप करके भी डिलीट करके फिर फॉरेन की ऐड कर सकता हूँ ना, ट्रंकेट करके पूरा
हाँ,
टेबल।
डिसेबल भी कर सकते हो. You no need to delete. You can disable foreign if you want.
अच्छा, फॉरेन की डिसेबल करके मैं पूरा ट्रंकेट करके फिर फॉरेन की एनेबल कर सकता हूँ।
Yes. Yeah. You have to.
ओके
Yes.
ओके ओके, इतना ही पूछना था। थैंक यू।
Okay. Okay. Thank you, guys. I will send the notes. Okay. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Bye.